Zodiac Killer, America's most infamous unidentified serial killer.
The man pulled out a knife and just plunged it into Brian's back without any warning whatsoever.
For over half a century, one name has haunted the American consciousness like few others: the Zodiac Killer.
He's an absolutely merciless.
By rope, by gun, by knife.
A phantom who terrorized Northern California in the late 1960s, taunted police with cryptic letters, and vanished without a trace.
Why has he not been caught?
Extremely intelligent. This man has crafted ciphers that have never been broken to this day, and he's highly skilled. He's skilled in explosives, cryptography, any type of weapons. Even
a master criminal?
A master criminal, and uncaught to this day.
Despite one of the most intensive manhunts in criminal history, the Zodiac's true identity remains shrouded in mystery, becoming America's most infamous unsolved case.
During the confusion and the fear of that moment, it's possible that they may have said something like, "The man's wearing a black jacket." Somehow the dispatcher misheard this and then repeated they were looking for a black man instead of a white man.
Countless theories, suspects, and false leads emerged over decades.
There are a lot of people around who with all this bad publicity, are probably sure that I'm a Zodiac.
But definitive proof remained frustratingly elusive until now.
I've cracked the Zodiac 340 cipher.
This is the biggest breakthrough in cryptology in the last 50 years.
In what investigators are calling a watershed moment in forensic science, 2025 has delivered what generations of detectives could not: the unmasking of the Zodiac Killer.
He's an absolutely ruthless, completely merciless.
By rope, by gun, by knife.
He doesn't get great excitement over it. He thinks killing is just killing.
To understand the magnitude of this breakthrough, we must first revisit the night that unfolded across Northern California communities between December 1968 and October 1969. Though some investigators believe the Zodiac's activities may have extended years beyond this confirmed timeline. The terror began on December 20th, 1968, when teenagers David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen were gunned down on their first date along Lake Herman Road in Benicia.
Probably they were ordered out of the car by the responsible, and the boy was shot right at the side of the car, and the girl apparently tried to run, and she was shot and found 28 feet further on.
The young couple had parked in a notorious lover's lane when an assailant approached their vehicle and opened fire with a .22 caliber semi-automatic pistol. Jensen was shot 5 times in the back as she attempted to flee, while Faraday died from a single shot to the head. With no witnesses and minimal evidence, police initially treated it as an isolated incident.
How did this incident occur, apparently?
Well, they were shot.
Do you have any idea what the possible motive might be for this killing?
We have no motive at this time.
6 months later, on July 4th, 1969, the killer struck again at Blue Rock Springs Park in Vallejo, just a few miles from the first attack. Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau were sitting in Ferrin's car when a man approached with a flashlight and fired multiple rounds from a 9mm semi-automatic pistol. Ferrin died immediately, but Mageau survived despite being shot 4 times. Critically, Mageau would later provide the only surviving eyewitness description of the Zodiac: a stocky white male, approximately 5'8" to 5'10", with light brown curly hair. What transformed these attacks from random violence to something far more chilling occurred within an hour of the Blue Rock Springs attack. The killer placed a call to the Vallejo Police Department, calmly taking credit for both shootings and providing details only the perpetrator could know. This marked the beginning of the Zodiac's psychological game with authorities, a signature that would define the case.
The guy told us to take the money. He said, "I don't want it." Says, all I want to do is kill you people. I have to kill you. And then he stabbed the girl.
On September 27th, 1969, the violence escalated at Lake Berryessa in Napa County. College students Cecilia Shepard and Brian Hartnell were enjoying a picnic when they were approached by a man wearing the now iconic costume, a black executioner-style hood with the Zodiac's crosshair symbol emblazoned on the chest. Armed with a knife, he bound the couple and repeatedly stabbed them. Hartnell survived with 8 stab wounds, but Shepard died 2 days later from her injuries. Before leaving the scene, the killer wrote the dates of his previous attacks on the couple's car door, along with the Zodiac symbol. Just 2 weeks later, on October 11th, the Zodiac claimed his most brazen victim in the heart of San Francisco. Taxi driver Paul Stein was shot once in the head at point-blank range in the upscale Presidio Heights neighborhood. In a critical mistake, police dispatchers incorrectly described the suspect as black, causing officers to ignore a white man who matched the actual description walking just blocks from the scene, potentially the closest authorities ever came to apprehending the killer.
During the confusion and the fear of that moment, it's possible that they may have said something like, "The man's wearing a black jacket." Somehow the dispatcher misheard this and then repeated they were looking for a black man instead of a white man.